Welcome to another edition of the captivating Sean's View Entertainment on YouTube.com. Make sure to like this video and subscribe. We're here on this very channel. It's always prolific, consistent, and dedicated with major backstage details as concerns Randy Orton. Now, if it's not drugs, if it's not backstage politics, if it's not injuries, there's always something that seems to be plaguing Randy Orton. And right now, Randy Orton is finding himself in some hot water with the WWE. The WWE and Randy Orton not seeing eye to eye right now, and the company actually aggravated at him with what's been going on with him and Roman Reigns. Is Randy Orton afraid that Roman Reigns is going to get ahead? Is Randy Orton trying to push back Roman Reigns from being successful and becoming that next top guy? Is there a bit of jealousy there? Well, WZ has learned from WWE sources there is enormous heat internally on Randy Orton for what many members of the locker room perceive to be a crowd-killing style against Roman Reigns during the WWE house shows this weekend. And believe me, I know when Randy Orton gets into those rest holds and Randy Orton just keeps it too simple and Randy Orton focuses on just those kind of maneuvers and keeping it mat-based, it does get boring, it does get dull. You know, Randy Orton was never this way when he was a Legend Killer. Randy Orton wasn't like this in the Ruthless Aggression era. Randy Orton had a lot of focus, he had a lot of promise, he had a lot of prominence, he had a lot of fortitude, he had a lot of aggression, he had a lot of anger. Randy Orton is just not the Randy Orton that what we getting right now. It's just a watered-down version. And I don't just blame Randy Orton for that. I blame the WWE powers that be that have put Randy Orton in this position. But it's not fair that Randy Orton is trying to hold back other superstars because he wants to be at the beck and call and he wants to be the top guy. Because there comes a time where every superstar has to move on and there's another attraction. But several of the wrestlers in WWE seeing payoffs down and just getting paid for WrestleMania are worried that Orton may be slowing down Roman's progress to the top, where a new babyface star is needed since John Cena can't be expected to carry the entire load. Which, I mean, how much longer can Cena sustain? How much longer can Cena stay in the game, so to speak? John Cena is picking up the entire workload of a guy like Daniel Bryan and CM Punk, who are not in the company right now. Can you imagine the stress that puts on John Cena? And all the while, here's Randy Orton trying to hold back other talents by making the matches look horrible, or making them look watered down, or making them look dull. I don't agree with these antics by Randy Orton. I'm a Randy Orton fan. I've always been a fan of the Viper. I just don't agree with some of the things he's been doing. And I definitely don't agree with the way the WWE has been utilizing Randy Orton. Like I said, it's a mix between who's right and who's wrong. You know, there's positives and negatives to this whole ordeal. But let's get more into the story. Daniel Bryan's future is uncertain with his nerve damage and possibly needing surgery for a second time. One WWE superstar said, if Roman's the guy, then Roman's the guy. Whoever is the guy, we need to get this guy over bigger than ever. Not hold him down in rest holds and hope no one gets hurt. We're in the wrestling business. Bumps and bruises happen. And that's what, you know, when you sign that WWE contract, you know that you're going to be primarily risking life and limb. There is the possibility of surgery. There is the possibility of injury. There is the possibility of knowing that, you know what, this could be your last match going in. You know, not every match can be, you know, overly out of this world and extravagant and, like, you know, all these huge maneuvers. I mean, you can't be going out there every night and doing all these spectacular stunts and all these other things. You know, there comes a time when you have to tune it down a little bit. But Randy Orton tunes it a little bit too much down to the point where fans start getting boring, or they leave their seat, or they've had enough. Like I said, Randy Orton should not be in this position. Randy Orton should know better. I think this is just, you know, a phase that Randy Orton is going through. He's just going through a rough patch. But I'm not making no excuses for Randy Orton. Randy Orton should know that just like John Cena won't last forever, there's always going to be another guy. There's always going to be someone behind you trying to take that spot. And I think that's where Randy Orton is concerned, where he doesn't want that spot to be taken. He's not ready for that spot to be taken. And I respect the fact that Randy Orton isn't ready to tie it up, and he ain't ready to go off into the sunset and say, well, I've done what I had to do. Randy Orton, you know, like I said, he's the perfect superstar. If you're going to build a superstar from the ground up, Randy Orton would probably be that guy. It would look like a Randy Orton. But Randy Orton has to realize that you have to change with the times. And, you know, sometimes, you know, whether you like it or not, you do have to move on. There is transition periods in the WWE. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want your comments and your opinions. And do you think that this backstage heat is warranted on Randy Orton? Randy Orton bringing on the problems himself. Randy Orton backing himself into a corner, now making himself look like the bad guy, trying to make it so Roman Reigns can't push up the card, push up in a way, trying to make him look bad, which thus would push back Roman Reigns, which then would probably... It doesn't make either guy look good at the end of the day. So, I don't know what Randy Orton's trying to accomplish. I don't know if it's jealousy. I don't know if it's greed. I don't know if it's about money issues. I don't know if Randy Orton wants to put his time in because, you know, the pay-per-view bonuses aren't what they used to be, and the WWE Network problems and the financial problems. I don't know what's going on. All I know is this has been Sean's Entertainment, where it's always prolific, consistent, and dedicated. Your comments, your opinions, subscribe.